So it will take few seconds. Okay, we are live. So hello everyone, I am Sanjay Gupta. I welcome you on Skill Horizon by Sanjay Gupta YouTube channel. And today we are having the Dev Breakdown. And this is episode 3. And for this episode, I have Umesh with me. Hello Umesh, welcome to the channel.
Hi Sanjay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am also doing good.
Okay, so before I proceed, I just want Umesh to introduce himself because he will be sharing something new to you and that is related to Salesforce. So before we deep dive and learning things, I want you to know who he is and what he has done so far. So over to you, Umesh.
Yeah, thank you Sanjay. Hi everyone. So myself Umesh Vyas. I'm a Salesforce consultant and I have been there in the ecosystem for past 3 years. And I have had the opportunity to work on multiple real world projects, which involves custom development. So I have worked on integrations, automations, utilizing the native Salesforce tools like Apex, Flows, and LWCs. So that's about my experience, and I really enjoy continuous learning, and I really enjoy sharing my knowledge as well with the community. So that's why I'm here. And thank you, Sanjay. Big thanks to you for providing the opportunity. And yeah, really excited to be part of this Dev Breakdown series. I actually had a chance to look at the first 2 episodes. So, guys, in case you have not checked out the first 2 episodes of this series, I would recommend to check. I would recommend you guys to check that one out. And also, I find this initiative very good. It's a very cool initiative. Because let's say if you are a developer or architect and if you want to be part of this dev breakdown series, you want to share your experience. I mean, it's such a good platform to you can just share, you can just come and share your experience.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be code snippets. You don't have to do a session. You can just share your experience. So I think it's a really cool initiative taken by you, Sanjay. So thank you for inviting me, and yeah, I'm grateful to be part of this one.
Yeah, thank you, Umesh, for the uh, introduction and appreciating the efforts. So, may I know like what topic you are going to discuss today?
Yeah, so today I'll be discussing the platform events in Salesforce.
Okay.
So that's the topic for
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
We might not be able to cover everything
Yeah.
today. So
Yeah.
if let's say some of the part, we won't be able to cover today, then we'll maybe next Friday or next Thursday, maybe the next one we can pick it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm doing it first time, so I'm
Yeah.
very excited. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And like first time, first time excitement and presenting something live on YouTube, I can understand. I can recall my first YouTube live, so I can feel that energy. And guys, in first and second episode, we discussed about Agent Force. So in today's session, and maybe we'll be having one more episode. So Umesh will be discussing and talking about platform events in Salesforce, and that is very cool feature, and every developer and architect must know about that. Okay, and I will try to have a variety of developers and architects in this series. So Umesh is the second one. Let's see how many developers and architects I will be inviting in future. Okay, so moving forward, so just wanted to give you a brief insight about this dev breakdown series. So Umesh, if you can go to the next slide.
Yep, sure.
Yeah. So this Dev Breakdown series. So I just started three different series. It is the third one, and every Thursday 8 p.m. IST we are going to do this session. And here I am going to feature developers and architects. They will be talking. They will not just about. Uh, they will just not talk about the theoretical aspects. They will be coming and will give you hands-on implementation, like how those features can be implemented. Okay, so that you can grow from junior developer to the architect level, right? And if you go to the next slide, Umesh. and like we are Skill Horizon and part of we are partner to Trailblazer Workforce. So it is provided us through Salesforce, and if you want to be part of any job readiness training program that we are running, so you can visit our website and you can write us through this email ID. And in the next slide, I have few things for you, like how our job readiness training programs are running. So we first explain you the concepts, we'll have you hands-on implementations, and then real-time projects you will be implementing. Okay, and you might be thinking how you can reach out to us. So yeah, on the next slide, these are the QR codes available and the website. And if you want to support Umesh, you can hit the like button on the live stream, because now I'm going to hand over this stage to Umesh. Yeah, over to you, Umesh. Now I will be on mute.
No, Sanjay, I want your collaboration as well. So whenever, like, feel free to jump in between whenever you want to add something into
Yeah,
this one.
sure.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start with the session, guys. Today's session is platform events in Salesforce, which is we'll talk about real-time event-driven architecture. So, what are platform events? Number one, first, what are platform events? So, in simple words, I can say these are type of events that enables real-time communication between your Salesforce and other external applications. Okay, so we can establish real-time communication between Salesforce and external applications using the platform events. Now, this is built on the event-driven architecture of Salesforce. So, what is event-driven architecture? To explain it, I will actually utilize a new, very different slide later on. But right now, to just cover it quickly, like I will say, event-driven architecture is an architecture where the systems are not connecting or calling each other directly. They are relying on the event changes. So whenever an event change happens, let's say system one has an event change. Now system one wants to publish that particular change. So they utilize publishing, event publishing. Then that particular event goes to the event bus. Now we can have multiple subscribers subscribing to that particular event. So if you see, you will notice the systems are not connecting or calling each other directly. They are utilizing the events for this one. Okay. So that is the event-driven architecture in Salesforce. If we talk about in particular, it uses publish subscribe model. The system one or the system, whoever is the system that has the change, that particular system will be publishing the event, and then there can be other multiple systems that can be act as a consumer or subscriber. So they will share this publish subscribe model, pub sub model that we call. Lastly, suitable for decoupled systems. So as I mentioned, the good part about platform events is it provides decoupling of the systems. For example, as I already mentioned it like twice or thrice, if I will just quickly cover this one first. This will give you a more idea of like what I'm trying to say. So if you see the above one, event producers, there are multiple event producers, and then there's the event bus. So systems are publishing the events, and then it is going to the event bus. And if you see at the bottom, there are multiple consumers that are actually subscribing to these events. If you notice, again, as I mentioned before, if the producer and the consumer are directly not talking to each other. So that's the main advantage, and that is the flexibility as well that we have in the platform events, or we can say event-driven architecture. Now, why we use platform events? So first things first is real-time data sync between applications. So let's say you are utilizing a ERP system. Let's say a business has an ERP system for sales. So they are having an opportunity. One opportunity just got created, and now what they want to do is they want to update and sync the same data in Salesforce. Or it can be vice versa as well. Let's say they are utilizing Salesforce CRM for managing their sales, and they are actually they created an opportunity. Now they want to sync it with their ERP system. So in this particular scenario, for real-time data sync, we can actually utilize platform events. Moving forward, it's an asynchronous communication. Why I'm saying asynchronous? It's because the system doesn't wait for the subscribers to subscribe to it. System just publishes the event, and then it doesn't care about how subscriber will handle the data, how many subscribers are there for this particular event. Publisher doesn't need to worry about all those things. So that's why it's an asynchronous communication. You can understand it with the term fire and forget. So that's also very common term utilized in integration, fire and forget. So system will simply, one particular system that has a change will publish the change through the event and it will forget it. It won't take care about, how many subscribers are there. So next thing I already discussed, decouples producers and consumers. How it decouples it, because it is done through the event driven. It is done through the events, not directly connecting with each other. And finally, ideal for integrating Salesforce with external systems. Why? Because again, it provides flexibility. You can add or remove subscribers. You don't need to if you are publishing an event in Salesforce, you don't need to care about the subscriber part. They will automatically, like, subscriber need to manage how they are handling that event data. They need to manage on their own. Okay, so this is why we use Salesforce, why we use platform events in Salesforce. Moving forward, I already discussed what is event-driven architecture. So I hope that is clear to everyone. Now I will just move to the next slide. So this one contains the key concepts related to the platform events. So first one, if you see events, what is an event? So in simple words, I can say a change. Whenever there is a change in a state or occurrence of an action, I can call it this as simply a change is an event. Now I want to publish that event. So I need a structure for it. There has to be a data structure inside that the event that should represent the event, like how I will send it. So that particular data structure, I can call it as an event message. Then third terminology is event producer. So source that publishes the event, that will be our event producer. And who will be the consumer? The one who subscribes to that event. Okay, so this is the key terminologies related to platform events in Salesforce. Now, enough about theory. We have discussed all the key concepts, all the, like, what is platform events, why we use them. Now we'll be moving to our now we'll be jumping to our org and we'll be actually performing some of the we'll be doing some hands-on. Okay, so first things first, we'll see how to create a platform event in Salesforce. So I will switch the screen. Sanjay, let me know if it is.
It is visible. We
It
can
is visible.
we
Okay.
can see the Salesforce. Yeah.
Okay, guys, then all good. So it is visible. So what is the first thing that we are having a look at is how to create a platform event in Salesforce. So it's pretty simple. I will simply go to setup, and we need to search for platform events. And here you can create a platform event with this button, new platform event. So I'll click on this one. And if you observe the UI, this UI looks like we are creating an object. So there is a similarity between platform event object and S object, that also we will discuss. So it is like a S object only, but I will cover that one later. First, we'll create this one and then we'll see till how, till which extent we can say that it is similar to an S object. Okay. So I will give any name to it. So I will say it's my event. Let's call it this way for now. And I'll say my events. It asks me for plural labels. So I'm providing my events in this one. And now let's talk a bit about these two things. So object name, this is my API name. This is already picked up. Let's talk about this one, event type. So previously it had two events. One is high volume and other one is standard volume. Now we are left with the high volume only because it is very easily scalable and it can process over millions of records in a day. So that is why it is the only option that we will get now. You can get more information by clicking on this I button, and you can get more information there. Now, if I talk about the publish behavior, so I get two options. One is publish immediately, other one is publish after commit. So what is it? Like, what is the difference between these two? So let's say I'll be publishing a platform event. Where I can publish a platform event, one option is a flow, other option is a apex. Okay. For now, let's talk about these two. One option is a flow, other option is a apex. Now, if you observe, whenever we will be publishing an event, one transaction is already running. So here we can define that particular behavior, that if the current transaction is running, publish my Salesforce event after it has committed. That's the option that's the second option. The first option says publish immediately, regardless of the transaction is committed or not. So when do we use which one? Like how we can understand like which one to use when? So anyone in the chat, Sanjay, if you're following the chat, anyone knows about this topic? Anyone active?
Yeah. So first of all, if you can zoom a little bit. So
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, guys. So Umesh is asking one question like if you can differentiate publish immediately and publish after commit. Do you have any information about that? If you know, like we can wait and you can just share the answer. Yes, Ajay, we already zoomed in, so now I hope you are able to see the screen. Yeah, Abhinav. Yep. So, anyone who can answer about this? There are two options, two publish behavior available: publish immediately and publish after commit. So we are just waiting for your response. I think audience wants to know from you, Umesh. So you can go ahead.
So meanwhile, I'll also open chat in my mobile, Sanjay,
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
I do.
Right,
Just give
right.
it.
Yeah, sure. I hope you this will be a like different kind of experience because generally when we do any office work, so we are on Zoom and doing things, but this is like live interaction with the unknown people. So yeah, you can just check on the mobile phone if there is any response. So yeah, there is one
Yes.
response Ashok shared like publish immediately wherever there is a triggered scenario.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
this much he answered, not the complete answer. I think we can continue.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, sure. So publish immediately simply means, so let's say one transaction is already happening inside the flow and Apex. Now we are publishing a particular event at a specific point. We are saying publish immediately. That means it won't wait for the transaction to commit. So let's say whatever the data we are processing in that particular transaction, if we're gonna need that later at the subscription part, we may or may not have that. Okay. So if you're gonna need that data that is going to be part of our commit, we will say publish after commit. If we don't need that, then we'll say publish immediately. However, there is one more thing, which we will, I think we'll be implementing that scenario, Sanjay, where sometimes we need to publish immediately because there's a scenario where there's a scenario that we worked on, which was about the API exceptions. So
right.
whenever the API exceptions is hitting, so it won't commit. The transaction will be rolled back. So that's when you need to publish immediately. If you publish after commit, let's say there is any error occur in the transaction, and let's say your platform event is set to publish after commit, it won't trigger because the commit has not happened. The transaction has rolled back. So make sure of this thing. Like remember this thing. So now for now, I will just say publish immediately, or we can set it to publish after commit as well. Then next up, it says about deployment status. There are two deployment status, in development and deployed. So this is also this is very basic. If you set it to in development, then you won't be able to use it right now. In order to use it, in order to publish it, in order to subscribe to the event, you need to deploy it. Okay. So I will be deploying this one, and then I'll be zooming out a little bit so that I get the save button below. Yeah. Okay. All good. So here is our platform event that we have created. Now, if you observe, this is very similar to a custom object. This is our object name. These are the standard fields. It gives us some options to create, our custom fields as well. And then it checks for the triggers, subscriptions. So it is very similar to a S object. I'll quickly go to the slide. Let me, yep, there it is. So here I have mentioned like platform events. Yes, you can call them similar in many ways to a S object. For example, the object, custom field, and the record level. Like an event message as an instance of a platform event, similar to a record of a custom object. Okay, similar to how a record is an instance of a custom object. But then there are a lot of differences. Unlike custom objects, you cannot update or delete the event records. Apart from that one, there is no Salesforce UI for the platform events. And apart from that one, there are no page layouts as well. So these are the things that you need to know. But apart from this one, you can, for understanding purpose, you can understand it. There are like many similarities between an S object and platform event. So you can understand it in this way. Now, let's say I will create one custom field. So in this one, by the way, there are limited field options in this one. So if you see in the custom object, you get a lot of field options. But when you talk about platform events, these are the field options that you will get. So for now, I will pick text area long, and let's click on next. Did I provided the name? No, I need to provide in this screen. Okay. So I will say event message for now. And here I will just save this one. Now, once I save this one, you can see a custom field has been created. Whenever I will be publishing my platform event, I'll be passing the message, event message inside this field. Okay. For now, let's leave it like this. So this is how you can create a platform event in Salesforce. Okay. So far, we have just created a platform event. Okay. Then next up, we will learn how to actually publish this event. And then after that, we'll see how we can subscribe to that event. What are the multiple ways that we can do it? So if this part is clear, you can give me thumbs up in chat. People in chat, you can give me thumbs up so I can go ahead.
Yeah, guys, you can just thumbs up or you can type yes, no, any positive response if you can give, so that we can make sure, or Umesh can make sure, like till here you understood whatever he explained.
Yeah, actually, it's very hard to like be interactive. So I'm trying to be from my end, like I'm trying best to be interactive with everyone.
Yeah, you
So
can check
yeah,
your mobile phone. Lots of thumbs ups are there. So
Thank you, guys.
people are listening to you, and they are appreciating. So yeah, you can feel interactive now.
Yep. Thank you, guys. So yeah, okay. So now next up, we will see what's the like. Okay, let me go to the slide. What is the next part that we need to discuss? Is publishing the platform events. Okay. So now we'll see how many ways we can actually publish platform events. So there are 3 ways in total. For today's session, we'll be covering 2. One is Apex, another one is Flow Builder. Okay. So there is one more which is external REST API. So that we'll be covering in future session if we'll be having Sanjay. So we'll see how we can cover that one up. So for now, we'll be focusing on these 2. So you can publish the platform events using Apex. It's a very simple syntax. If you observe the first line, it is same as creating an instance of a custom or a standard object inside the Apex. The first line is exact same. You're passing the fields, whatever the fields are there of the object. You're creating an instance of that particular S object. And now if you talk about the second line, that's a bit different. So instead of your regular DML, create, update, insert, insert, update, upsert, delete, undelete. Instead of that one, we are utilizing event bus class and then publish method of that one. So event bus.publish, and then you can pass the instance inside this one. That's how you can publish your platform events. Okay. So let's go to the org and let's do some coding. Let's see how it goes. So I am going to my developer console. I will remove this one for now. I don't need it. So I'll be creating an Apex class, and I will say publish platform events.
And we need to little bit zoom in because it won't.
Sorry, Sanjay.
Just zoom in. Control plus. So that
sure.
Yeah.
Let me know when.
It is okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we created a class. Now I'll be defining a static method in this one. So let me just call it. Let me just call it with the event name only. So I'll say my event. Publish my event. And okay, so what we'll be doing, we'll be simply creating an instance of this one. So pretty much we'll be copy pasting the code from the PPT. So we can copy paste or we can write as well. So I will be picking up from here. If I go to my object, platform event object, I'll pick the API name from here, my event E. And then I'll be creating an instead of this one. So I will say my event new. And inside this one, I want to pass this particular field that I created. So I want to send some message into my, whenever I'm publishing this event. So I want to send some data. I want to publish, send some data with the publish. So what I can do, I can just say here that my event publish my platform event named as my event. Okay, so for now it's good. And now what I will be doing, I'll be just publishing this one. Okay, so event bus dot publish, and inside this one we can simply pass the instance. So this will work out. We don't need to store the result in the database. This is also syntactically valid, but it is helpful when we store the result of this particular command, we can say, or we can say particular line. Whenever we'll be storing the result, so that we can check if it's successful or not. It is successful or not. Okay, so this particular statement, when it got executed, it was successful or not. So what we can do is we can store the result, same like your database class. When you do the database operations, we store the particular result in the database class. So same like that, we can do it. So database dot save result. Okay, and I will create an instance variable result. Okay, and now I have this one here. So this, I will just save it. Okay, so it got saved. I can do some further logic as well on this one. Like I can say if result dot is success, then say system dot debug, so that I know that my platform event got published. So I will just say system dot debug platform event published successfully. Okay, now let's say if there is a failure, then I'll be catching that one, or I'll be putting that logic inside my else block. So what I'll be putting here, I can actually loop through the errors in this one. So if you have worked on the database.error, you know that when we type something like result.get errors, so this actually passes a list of database.error. So we can loop around this one, and we can simply just print the errors. Hey Sanjay, I am hearing some background noise from my end. Could you please let me know if it is not there in the YouTube live?
No. It is not there. You can continue.
Okay, then that's great. I'm pretty sure people don't want to hear marriage drums here. So that's all right. That's not what you guys signed up for today.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right. Then so what we can debug here is we can say error.get message, something like this. We can, so that if there is any error, we can debug that one as well into the okay. So this got saved. Now we can test it. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll be simply going to my anonymous window, and then I'll be calling this Apex class, this method of the Apex class, which is publish. I think I need to change this T to H, publish my event. And then here what I can do is, okay, so I am publishing this, I'm not publishing, I am actually calling this method, which will eventually publish my platform event, and will debug the success. If it is got successful, then it will debug this line. If it has any errors, then it will debug this one. Okay, so let's execute this one now. I will say open log and execute, and I'll go to debug only. So see here, the line number 9, here is line number 9, and it is saying platform event published successfully. Okay, so my platform event got published successfully. There is no error in this one. Let's say if I want to print error, So how can I how can, like, we can take one example. How can we do it? So if I just go to my platform event and I'll make this field required, and then what we will do, we won't pass this field. So simple way to get the error. Let me check if we can make this as required. Seems like we cannot make this as required.
So maybe we can create one more field of type simply text.
Yep, we can do that.
Yeah.
So I'll be picking text field, Sanjay, this time. Let's try with this one. So we have text field. I'll be saying, okay, this is something else. Test. We'll be removing this one anyway. So we can now, right now, for now, we can just put it as test, make it as required, and save it. Now, if I will run the script again, it should throw me error because the text field is required and I'm not passing any value inside that one. So I'll be executing this one. It has opened a log for me. If I go to debug, it says you must enter a value for the test field. Okay. So this part is also getting executed.
Can we just little bit zoom in for that error?
Yep.
Part? Yeah.
So guys, I hope now you can see it. So you must enter a value test. This is the error that is coming from line number 30. Okay, so this is how we can publish the platform events using Apex. Now we will do the same activity via the flow. Okay, so how can we do it via the flow? So let me just zoom out a little bit and remove the logs. And so we just randomly published one of the events. Now, what I want to do is when we do it with the flow, I want to take a scenario so that we can map it. Now that scenario will be for practice. So like there will be questions like why we utilize platform event for this one. Don't go in that path. This is just for practice we'll be doing. So it's a basic scenario that we'll be performing. So what I want is I want to create an account record through the screen flow. And if that account record is not getting created in the fault path, I want to publish a platform event notifying the admin that the account record was not getting created, and that particular error message I want to send to the admin as a task. So I will be creating task. How we'll be creating task? That's a separate thing. First, we'll be learning how we can publish that event through the flow. Okay. So first things first, I will be going to my backend setup. I'll be searching for flows. And here, let's create a screen flow.
I really love flows, and if I share my experience, like in my first of the Salesforce project, I started working on the flows, and from that time, like it was in somewhere 2017-18, and flow got improved a lot. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So this one, yeah. So Sanjay, we will be creating a screen flow for this one, and we'll be trying to create an account. And then if the account is not failing, then we'll be publishing a platform event. Okay.
Yeah.
So how we can do it is I'll be simply creating a screen for now. Let's just put like one text field that is enough for now. I'll be saying get me the account name.
Can we little bit zoom out because this pop-up is not little bit more. Yeah, now it's okay.
Now it's coming. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here we will be saying account information. That can be a screen name, and that's pretty much it. And then I'll go ahead and click on done. So I've created a screen. Now I'll be creating the account. So we'll say create account record. And here, let me change the API name. And I want to create manually. So I'll pick the object and I will simply simply map this field from the screen. So As you can see, account name has already appeared because it's a required field. So I can now pass or I can map the value from the screen. Okay. So I have mapped it. Now, what we want to do is, let's say there is any error that is coming while creating the account record. We want to go to the fault path, and at any error that is coming, like account record is not getting created, we want to publish a platform event. So far, what we discussed how we can publish it via the Apex. This is how we can publish it via the Apex. Now we are discussing how we can publish it via the flow. So that we can do via the create record element. It's very simple. How you create records for an custom or standard object. Just like that, you can pick the platform event object and then you can create a record for that one inside the flow. So I will say publish publish platform event for now. I'll be doing it manually and I'll be providing my object name. So here is my object name, my event, and in this one, it has a field test. Again, we mark this one as required. That's why it's coming. So let me get rid of this one.
Maybe you can edit and mark it as not required.
This one from here inside.
Yeah, just edit
No,
and yeah, just edit and remove the. So what you are trying to do? You want to delete or?
No, I just want to get rid of this one. I just want to delete it. There's something happening. This is not giving me the hand option to pick this part. I'll refresh this one. Or maybe we can just mark it as in mark it as not required.
Not required. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can edit and we can just remove the checkbox. So.
Yep. That is. Okay, so now we don't need to worry about this field. We'll just pass the event message. And inside that one, I will say that whatever the error that has come from the flow, we want to pass that error into my event message field. So how can we do it? We'll just say $flow. So this is my running flow interview and it has the fault message. So this is $flow.fault message that I'll be passing inside this event message. Okay. And now we are pretty much okay to go ahead and test this one. So I'll be just saving this one. So I'll say create account record. Save it. So in the debug, we want some error to be thrown. So what I will do from the screen, I won't pass any value. So I will keep it as blank, as account name, so that we get some error. Okay. So that when we will get some error, it will go to the default path and publish the platform event. Okay. So if now we check the debug logs, it says create records. It has created a platform. It has published a platform event. Okay. So in the debug log, you can check. Before that, if you see above at account, it says because the account name is blank, it says failed to create record. Now, if we see the field value that is being mapped as in the event message, it says this error occurred when the flow tried to create records and the required field is missing. So now we published a platform event sending some data to actually, so that subscribers can use it. Now we need to subscribe to this event and create a task record for the admin. Okay. So that part is I will be covering now. So how we can do it. So I'll be going to PPT first so that we can have a look at that one. Yeah, this is the next slide. How we can subscribe to platform events. So there are two ways. In fact, there are two more ways. In total, there are four. But because that is related to external system, So we will cover it some other day. I will just name it for now. So first one is Apex Trigger. Via Apex Trigger, you can subscribe to a platform event. Other one is your platform event triggered flow. Apart from that one, there is a streaming API, and the final one is PubSub API. Okay, so you can utilize these two whenever you are working with the external system. For now, we'll be covering these two, which is Apex Trigger and the Flow Builder. Okay, so in the Flow Builder, we can use platform event triggered flows. So let me first go through the Apex Trigger. So it's very easy to subscribe to a platform event via the Apex. What you need to do is you just need to write a trigger on the platform event object. Okay. So if I go here to the new, and if I go to Apex Trigger, I will say my event trigger, and I'll be passing the S object inside this one. I should be able to find my event platform event object inside my S object. Okay. So let me search it. Here it is, my event E. So if you notice one thing, like the platform event object, the suffix for that one is __ E. So you can remember this one. This can be asked somewhere. So like what is the suffix for platform event object? It is __ E. For custom objects, it is __ C. That is very common. So you know it. Now if I what we need to do here. So first things first, there is only one event that you can specify after insert. As we already like mentioned, we cannot do update or delete on this one. So there is only after insert event that will be triggering on this particular object, which is our platform event object. Now we need to subscribe to it. We can create a handler class as well, but because there is only one event, so I will be just writing the code here only in my trigger. Okay, only because there is one event. If there are multiple events, you need to create handler. So let me do that. So I will say I need to process it in bulk. There can be bulk records. So whenever we write trigger handler logic or trigger code, we write it for the bulk. So I will be writing it for the bulk. So I'll be just processing my records inside a loop. And here I can just say it is my event, and I can pass trigger.new inside this one. Okay. So now I'm processing the list in the bulk. I'm processing like the bulk records. What I can do is I can create I need to create task now for admin. So I'll be defining a list for tasks. I'll say list of tasks, task list, new, and I'll be saying list of tasks. And then here I can define the task T, new task. And inside this one, I can pass some of the fields. So for now, I'll be passing the subject. I'll say notification to admin. And here in the description, I can pass one more field, which is my message, which is coming from the platform event. Okay. So how can I access it? I will access it with my event dot. Now I should be able to find it here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yep, there it is, event message. So I'll be passing my event message to the description. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I need to pass one more field, which is owner ID. For now, I will hard code it because it's easy to do it for now. But whenever you are working on something, I think you guys already know, don't hard code anything. So but for now, demo purpose, for quickly doing it, I'll be copying my user ID. Okay, so let me just go to the Salesforce inspector. Let me quickly find my user ID. Okay, so we have passed it here. Now I will be adding this into my list, which is task list dot add, and that's it. Now we'll be just inserting this task list. Okay, so we subscribe to a platform event that was published in subscription here what we have done is we have processed all the records, and we are basically passing the event message inside the description, and we are creating the task record. That's it. So now admin will be notified. For now, we are assuming that I am the admin. So admin will be notified about this error. Okay. So now we will test this one. How we can test it? We will publish the platform event again the same way. We'll publish the platform event from here, and then we'll be seeing if that task record is getting created or not through the subscription. Okay. So I will just go to my anonymous window. I'll be executing this one. And then now let's go back to the inspector, and here I will be doing a query on task. Okay. So I'll be checking subject, I'll be checking description, and I'll be checking assigned to owner ID from task. Okay. And what I'll be saying is I don't want all the records in the, like all the task records in my database. Just give me the latest one. So I will say order by, created descending, and just limited by one. Created date, it is not created. So let me put that. So here you can see one task record has been created. Notification to admin. Description is published platform event named as my event. So you can event message inside the event message. Here we pass from this one. Okay. So inside this event message, because we pass this value, that's why it is picking this value inside the task. Okay. Now we will be doing the same from the flow. So inside the flow, we are passing a different message. Okay. So that will have the flow error. Okay. So now I'll be doing the same thing from the flow. Let me just go to the flow and debug that one again. Run again. Next. And it has created published a platform event. Let me go again here and query it. And here you can see the new task record has got created. Okay. And this time it has the different description, because this time I'm passing the description from the flow and I'm mapping it with the flow error. So now let's go ahead and have a look at this task record. I think it is better to view it from the Salesforce UI. So this is how you can notify the admin via the utilizing the platform event. So what we did, we first created a screen flow. Then if there is any error in creation of the account, we are publishing the platform events. Then what we did, we subscribed to this platform event via the Apex trigger. This is the trigger that we written on this one. Here we created the task and we mapped this particular field to description. Like we mapped the event message field to description. Okay. And then we just inserted the task. And if I go now to the UI, you will see this task has been created. It is assigned to me. This priority and the status, we have not set it. So it has come as a default values. And in the comments, you can see it's a description field. The same error is coming there. Okay. Required field is missing. You need to provide the name. That's why the account has not been created. Okay. So any type of error reporting, you can do it. That kind of logic you can apply here. So I will take a pause here, Sanjay, and let's get the feedback of like this. Let's get the what people are saying in the chat.
Yeah, guys, like you can just ask questions if you have any. I can see a couple of questions are already there. So Rashmi is asking in Apex code, from where event bus object is declared.
Event bus would publish. Sorry, what's the question? Sanjay, could you please repeat?
From where event bus object is declared. So I think from where we are getting this event bus. So I think it is predefined, right?
Just give me a minute. Are you? Is she asking about this one? This one, like from where we have written event bus.publish?
Yes, yes.
This is a system class, event bus, so we can utilize this one directly in the Apex.
Yeah, so it is pre-built actually, right?
Yeah, it's a pre-built. Yeah. It's a system class that we can utilize, Rashmi. So you can utilize this one just like your database class, just like how you write database.save result. Just like that one, event bus is also a system class that you can utilize, and publish is a method that this particular class have. That is also something that you can utilize, and that's how we can write it. Okay, I
Yeah,
hope
I
that
think,
answers your question,
yeah, I
Rashmi.
think, yeah, this is clear. So, uh, her second question was also related to that, so you already answered. And Shubham is appreciating, like, awesome explanation, Umesh. He understood whatever you explained. So, I think,
Okay.
yeah, I think people are able to understand. So, we can move ahead. And, guys, if you have any query, you can type in the chat. So, do we have something more today, or we'll be covering, because we have only
I
nine
think
minutes
we need
left?
to cover a little bit more. So if I go here, I think we need to cover how we can subscribe to the platform events inside the flow. So we can do platform event triggered flow as well. So let me. So I think let's discuss that one. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think,
we
yeah.
already discussed.
Yeah, that part we can cover, and then I think remaining things we can cover in the next episode.
Yeah, sure, Sanjay.
Okay.
Uh, like, did just 1 hour just passed?
It is like 8:52, so we have 8 more minutes.
Okay. Yeah, time just passes by when
Yeah,
like this is yeah.
because
Don't
lots of things you are explaining, publish, subscribe through trigger flows, so obviously it will take time. Although we planned some quiz, so maybe in the next episode we'll do that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
so I will quickly cover that part, Sanjay. Then and we can wrap up the session. Just give me a. Uh, okay, guys. So far, what we have discussed. So far, we have discussed how we can create platform events. Then we discuss how we can publish it. Now we are discussing how we can subscribe to it. We already discussed how we can subscribe to it via the Apex triggers. Now we'll be discussing how we can do it the same activity with the platform event triggered flow. So that is also very simple. I will just quickly go to my setup. Let's. So just like trigger, you can create a platform event triggered flow. So if I go here to the new flow and in triggered, I will find it here as a second option, platform event triggered flow. Click on this one. And here it asks me to provide my platform event object. So I will say my event. That's the platform event object that we are working with. So I have provided this one. If I go to the advanced settings, it says user like run this flow as which user that triggered the event. So basically, if with whatever the user the event got triggered, that particular event will be that particular user will be used as a flow running user, or you want to use the default workflow user. So I will keep it as user that triggered the event. Okay. Now what we can do here, we can do the same thing, and it's pretty simple to do it in the flow. We just wanted to create a task. Okay. So I will just say create task for admin. Again, say create task record. Guys, you can see the similarities here. It is just like record triggered flow. So it is very similar to that. We are providing an object, and but only difference is we for a platform event we need to utilize this flow, which is a different template named as platform event triggered flow. Okay. And then here inside this one, we can write our logic same as the record triggered flow, how that works. You can expect all those things. So for example, create task record, and then I'll be manually creating a task record. And then here, what I'll be doing, I'll be passing subject and saying notification for admin, and then we'll be saying this is coming from flow, because now we have one more subscription source, that is trigger. So we won't know which record is getting created from where. So in order to know that, I'll be passing via flow, via platform event triggered flow. Okay. So this is the subject. Description, I can again use the same dollar record, the regular dollar record that we use, triggering my event, and then from here I will pick the event message. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I need to assign one more field, which is assigned to ID, which is owner ID. And I will hard code it, but I don't recommend it. Okay. So for now, for quickly doing this for the demo purpose, I'm doing it. Okay. Just give me a minute. I will be going to query history and be picking up the old query. And here, okay, all right. I'll be passing this one here. Now we can click on save. So let's call it my event. Let's call it platform event triggered flow, and I'll be passing the platform event name here, platform event object name here, which is my event. Okay, so that's pretty much it. One more change I'll be doing when we are creating a task record through our previous subscriber, which was the trigger. Okay, so here I'll be doing the same thing so that we know which record is getting created from which subscriber. Okay, so now we can here we can pass like via the apex trigger. Okay, and then we'll save it. Now we will be publishing the same event through the flow. This time, two records will get created. Why? One will be getting created via this subscriber, this trigger, and then other one will be getting created via the flow that we just created. So I will, in order to do that, I need to activate this one first. I will be activating this one. Okay. Now the same flow that we were building, I'll be debugging the same flow, and then we'll be checking the results in the Salesforce inspector. Okay. So let me go there. Let me just say run again. I won't be passing any field so that we get the error. Here it says create record block got executed, which means it has published the event. Platform event got published once. There are two subscribers. We should be having two records. Okay. So now let me go there in the query history, go back to tasks, and this time let me say limit 2. So you can see here there are two task records that are getting created, and with the subject we can distinguish which one got created from where. Okay, so this one got created from the apex trigger, this one got created from the flow. Okay, if we check the like previous records as well, so those are different. We didn't set any of these things. Okay, so this is how a flow can subscribe to a platform event. We can create platform event triggered flow, and you can see here that both these records are getting created in the inspector. We can go to UI as well, check if everything is okay. So let me go and check if the error message is coming fine or not there. So it is coming fine. We can also check for the other record as well, similarly by the apex trigger. Okay, so it is coming as expected. Okay, so this is I think Sanjay, this is where we need to stop.
Yeah.
So we have discussed the subscription part of like how we can subscribe to platform events, and then to later there are some slides, guys, which we will be covering in the next session. So yeah, Sanjay, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Umesh, and it was awesome explanation, and everything was like perfectly aligned, and in like around 45 to 50 minutes, you were able to explain four different things. You created like publish and subscribe through code as well as through low code. So I think it was a nice explanation and well explained as well, because all the theoretical concepts and practical implementation you did. And now I just want to have some feedback from guys. So this was Umesh first live YouTube stream. So just share the feedback, and he will be there in next week for remaining things. So we have planned some quiz as well. We'll be doing that. So if you can share some feedback about the Umesh session. Okay, thank you Anuradha, thank you Nishantani for sharing the honest feedback. Okay, I think people are liking the content which you shared, and we can have one more episode next week, so that we can wrap up. And maybe in future, because this dev breakdown I will be continuing throughout the year. So if you learn something new, just reach out to me, and we can have some more episodes.
Yep.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining the session live, and those who are watching the recording, thanks to you as well. And thank you, Umesh, for sharing your knowledge with the community. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, I will say thank you to you, Sanjay, for providing the opportunity because, I mean, it's a very new experience and I enjoyed. I could feel that I was a bit more excited.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm not this much excited. I'm very calm. So, but because it was a first experience, so there is some excitement as well. It was a great experience, Sanjay. Thank you.
Yep, I'm happy to have you on my YouTube channel, and I'm sure you will be watching the recording. So, yeah, you can watch that, and you can also see like how it went, and you can feel confident enough, like you are a good explainer. So, I can say a teacher because uh, you have nicely put all the theoretical and practical concepts. Okay. So with this note, we take your leave, guys, and this is the fourth session of the week. Next week, again, four different sessions will be there, and keep following Skill Horizon. And if anybody is interested to join our job readiness training program, so you can visit our Skill Horizon website, and you can reach out to us through email. My team will counsel you, and then you can be part of our team. Okay, thank you so much, guys. See you next week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, guys.